Hello, dear family. I hope you all are being blessed. This was a recent message the Lord gave to the community while I was in prayer. We've been having some trials in our little community here on the mountain, and the enemy has been trying his hardest to cause chaos and disunity, taking advantage of our exhaustion and weakness. The Lord is still with us. However, he wants to tighten the ship in order for him to release more grace to us. As I grow more and more here in the community, I am learning what it means to be a leader and a support, which also makes me have more respect for my leaders because of their commitment and sacrifices to God that often pass unnoticed on our behalf. So, although you may not be in a community setting, this message can still apply to you, since we all have those whom God has put in authority over our lives for a season, and we are called to honor and uphold them, for they watch over our souls. So Jesus has something to say about this. Jesus began, "My children under formation, how I love you all and want the best for you with all my heart. Yet I am called to question the lack of respect and honor you show for your leaders. For truly they have been put in position by me for your spiritual formation and sanctification. There is absolutely no room for criticism, judgment, or speaking ill of your leaders or neighbors. Children after my own heart, you are well aware of the consequences this brings not only into your own lives, but also into the lives of the whole community. You are truly your brother's keeper here, and when one falls through judgment or criticism, it allows an open door of attack for the whole community. Yes, it is truly that serious. This is the most common poison Satan throws inside to destroy my body from the inside out. Beloved ones, you should know that to find fault with your leader is to find fault with me, because I am allowing every mishap in your daily circumstances to form the character I have in mind for each and every one of you. Gossip, judgment, and criticism has no place in a religious community, especially one called after my own heart. I am instructing you in this way, my children, because I desire to dwell in your midst more intimately, but I must withdraw from the presence of criticism and judgment. So please, my beloved community, amend this destructive behavior and walk in humility and love towards one another. Did you ever hear me criticize or judge even when I was before Caiaphas? Even when I was falsely accused? No. Truly, this was an example to you, beloved ones. Some of you feel the need to be right, but you do not know you are only being wise in your own eyes and aren't walking after my heart. This isn't about right or wrong. No, it's about virtue and love. My ways are not your ways, neither are my thoughts your thoughts. You are not here to form factions based on your own opinions or feelings. I am calling you to lay all of that down and get on board with what I am doing, which is training you in meekness and humility. Yes, I am well aware of the faults and defects of your brothers and even your leaders. But who are you to judge? Do you know better than I? Are you able to instruct your Lord? Those whom I love, I chastise because I have called you to a high standard of holiness. Not even the angels dare judge a soul, superior though they be to you. So who are you to raise up your nose in opposition to what I have given for the formation of your very own soul? My family, I am not beating you. I am trying to spare you the heartache you would endure if this cancer is not removed and dealt with immediately. If you have an offense between your brother, go and settle the matter between the two of you alone. And if that doesn't work, take another brother or sister along with you. And if that doesn't help, bring the issue to the community. If even that fails, call to question whether or not that soul is to still be allowed in your midst. Yes, I am that serious about preserving the unity and brotherly love in this setting. The worst thing you can do is spread gossip, judgment, and lies in the community. At this point, I had an image of a brother carrying a dirty diaper, and as he came to one of his fellow brothers, he pushed and smeared the dirty diaper, filled with excrement, into that fellow brother's face. And he, taking part of it, got some of the excrement on himself. Jesus continued, "Yes, that is a perfect analogy for what this looks like before me. So please, my dear sons and daughters, I am here and I want to dwell with you. Please do not offend or scandalize the holy angels and saints with this behavior. It is truly a grave offense to speak negatively about your leader. I have been merciful because some of you have been through rough past relationships and experiences that have made you a little difficult with others, especially authoritative figures. I have given you grace and I have been patient with you, sending you loving reproofs, hoping you will get the message. But now that you have been here long enough and have been acquainted with my ways, I am now asking you to please change your behavior. Do not affect the community with this sin. If you have an offense against your leader, go to them alone about the matter. Do not form cliques in this community, getting others to side with your rebellion. If you must confess your wrong, that's a different story. But please, no more evil speaking. Rather, give yourselves to prayer for your leaders. Humble yourselves in obedience, forsaking your own agenda and ideas. You have come here to be formed, not to form. Sorry. Please, this is not a condemnation, but a loving admonishment. So please, my children, amend your ways." And that was the end of Jesus' message. And I want to say as an aside here, like I said before, many people may not be in a religious setting, but this message can still apply to you. Because there are many churches where many of the congregations speak against their leader and constantly criticize them, and this is totally obnoxious to the Lord. He does not like that. And if we want to draw closer to Jesus and have more of an intimate relationship with him, this is what he is asking of us. So we must uphold our leaders, not just with our prayers, but also making sure their needs are taken care of. If you know that you have a leader who is faithful in feeding you spiritually, then you are obligated by the gospel, not by them, to make sure that their needs are carried out and met, and whether it's financially, physically, or spiritually, so that they can continue to do the work God has called them to do. It is written even in the book of Corinthians that those who preach the gospel live off the gospel. This doesn't mean that we should, throw in our lot with those who ask for money. I'm talking about faithful leaders. Leaders who are faithful in their office, who are humble and honest, who are elders and really feed their sheep spiritually from Jesus, not selfish gain or dishonesty. And the Holy Spirit will know, and he'll show us who we need to give and who we need to refrain from giving to. But anyways, I hope this message blessed you guys, and I will see you again in the next message. God bless you and have a great night.